And here it is, the 1969 Chevy Impala. I've been teasing on my channel for months now. Actually, I got this back in August. It's now on the road and drivable, and it's a very interesting one, as you will see, because it is a factory 427 car. And my friend James actually found this car through his wife. His wife's friend had it, and it had been in her family since new. I believe it was her grandfather had bought it new in '69. It is a San Fernando Valley car since new. It was built at the Van Nuys plant. Like I said, it appeals to so many different people who watch my channel, the lowrider guys, the muscle car guys, the hot rod guys, and just people who like really interesting classics in general. I'm going to start out with footage from when we got the car, and then I'm going to finish it off with footage of what I've done to the car and where it is now. I'm just going to show you. I don't have footage of me actually working on it, but I could show you what the car is now and what I did to it and how it's on the road now. So without further ado, let's go get started. All right, it's a bright, sunny, hot day here in Sylmar. It's August. It's the 22nd. Here's this 1969 Chevrolet Impala two-door hardtop. Unfortunately, I had to shoot this on my phone. I didn't bring my cameras. It's a very interesting car. It was a one family-owned car since '69. If you look, oh, we got the cover in there. It is a buckets and console, non-super sport, '69 Impala. The vinyl top had took it off since it'll blow off on the freeway when we tow it out of here. But a little bit of rust there, nothing super terrible. Black plate. This thing was last tagged in 2004 on the original black license plate. And what's really interesting about this car is it has a factory 427. So let me bring you over here. In fact, I'll show you the badge on the fender here, and I'll bring you down the other side. Then we'll get to the good stuff. 427 badge is missing on the other side. Actually, that piece of trim there is in the trunk. And overall, very solid car. Unfortunately, it was a vinyl top car, which, of course, the antenna is there. So right now, we're waiting on a tow truck to get this back to my place. Unfortunately, we did have one tow truck. We had AAA, said they would tow it. The guy shows up, and he saw how old this car was. There we go. The guy saw how old the car was, and he decided it's too hard to get it out of there. Now check this out. We're here, and there's this great road going that way. You could park the tow truck. It would have been very easy to get the car out of here, which we've already got up on 4 good tires. So we had to put 2 rallies that my friend had, and the other 2, one we had to get a tire put on one of the original rims, and then one of them actually just aired up that was on it. Check it out. It's a 427, power steering, power brakes, power windows with air conditioning. But kind of an unusually optioned car. So we're gonna get it back, and then we're gonna see if we can get this thing to run. All right, so we finally got a tow truck here. The AAA guy wouldn't take it because we actually told him to do this and that he'd be able to get a straight shot right at the car. And he says, I can't do that. So we got this guy, he knows exactly what he's doing. So there you go, we're gonna get this Impala out of here. There you go, this guy seems to have got it. Here it comes. All the wheels are turning too, so that's good. There you go. So I kind of left it dirty, kind of almost as found condition, since it is sort of a barn or driveway find, if you will. You can see I did figure out the color was originally gold. So you can see under the vinyl top. Unfortunately, they had redone the vinyl top. So the vinyl top that was on it was, I believe, the second one. And it did cause a lot of rust on the top, which when the car is restored, will have to be addressed. You can see it's got holes everywhere. Unfortunately, they do not make the roofs for these cars like they do for the Chevelles and for some of the earlier Impalas. And it's definitely, although around the back window and all this is good, it's mainly like on the actual top of the top. You can see more pitting there. And of course, everyone's got their opinion on what could be done on it. But the car was originally gold. You can see later on it was painted like this brown color. Very straight. It does have some minor body damage. It was on non-op, so I was able to keep the original license plates. I mean, the rest of the car, there's no rust. Underneath is like super clean. Like I said, being a San Fernando Valley car. But man, that top, geez. I'll get you in the passenger side here. I got a lot of the trim for this in the trunk too that's off the car. So both front seats definitely need to get redone. They do make kits. And you can see that factory buckets and console, which normally you associate with a Super Sport model. And this is not a Super Sport. This is a regular Impala. And of course the dash is cracked. AM FM with the reverb. And I did have to take the headliner down, which was very dusty. Had to use a mask and vacuum everything out. As that was coming down, since all the moisture had accumulated because of the little pinholes in the top. Fortunately, the structure's good. It's just the skin that's not. Does need the antenna done there. Still missing that V. Now this is neat. It actually has 3 of the 4 original T3 headlights. And unfortunately, it's missing the 427 badge on this side. I believe this fender may have been replaced at one time or had heavy body work done to it. I bring in the driver's side, what it looks like now. I do eventually want to get the seat done. As you can see, I got this piece of like a furniture blanket down. But this spring does poke you. And see, that steering wheel is very cracked. Like I said, it is a San Fernando Valley car. I'll show you the trunk. I think when I did the trunk before, it had stuff in it, or did I don't know if I even showed the trunk. The trunk floor, it's just oily. I still really need to like pressure wash it. But the trunk floor, there's no rot, even on the drops. I did change the water pump. I have the original one there, which has a GM casting number, so I held on to it in case anybody ever wants to get it rebuilt. But like I said, even in the corners there, down the bottom, this car is very rust-free other than the top, which unfortunately had that issue. You can see the drops down there. I should bring you both sides. I don't think I went into that much detail on the other footage. You can see down there. It is missing the rocker piece. See the bottoms of the fenders where they always rot. 427. I'll bring it over here. Yeah, we'll see if I can just shove my key in the ignition and it'll start without me giving it. Of course, I did drive it here, but you hear this thing just. I did get the carburetor professionally rebuilt. This guy Burbank fuel injection carburetor over in Burbank. I've been using them for years. And here she's just humming. Of course, I replaced all the hoses. I replaced the belts except for the air conditioning one. The air conditioning was converted to 134 at one time, so I think when it gets a little warmer, we're going to see if it'll hold a charge. So, new water pump. I got the radiator record. You can hear that sucker just purrs. See if I can get it some gas. So, well, that's it. That's the 1969 Chevy Impala that I picked up. Hopefully it was worth the wait because I kept teasing it. I don't know for how long. As you can hear, it's running. I'm going to be taking off, heading home. But I'll be hitting a lot of car shows with this one, starting off with Irwindale Speedway for the Moon Eye show on January 28th. I've already got this car entered, so hopefully we'll be all good to go, and I'll have it out there so you guys can check it out. Of course, I'll probably be out filming most of the time while that show is going on. Speaking of filming, we got Pomona Swap Meet next week. Week after that, I've got Long Beach Swap Meet, and we got a lot of other great events coming up for you going into 2023. So be sure to like, subscribe, let me know what you think of the Impala, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.